on, right hand. Wax off, left hand. Wax on, wax off.
You've seen him train on and off screen. Karate Kid Ralf Macchio became a teen star with the Karate Kid movies and then reached a whole new generation with his stint on Dancing with the Stars. Now, after tangoing his way into the semifinals, he's passing on a few lessons of his own.
And joining us live from New York, courtesy of State Farm, is the Karate Kid himself, Ralf Macchio. Good morning, Ralf.
Aloha.
Good morning, guys. Aloha. How are you?
Very good. Ralf, thank you very much for joining us. Obviously, you know, it's the 25th anniversary of Karate Kid Part 2. We wanted to ask you a little bit about your career over the years. Tell us, did the Karate Kid help or hurt your career?
I think I'd like to say that it helped my career. I mean, there were you know, when you're so associated with one character, it's always a double-edged sword. So to say I would ever want to surrender that based on the fact that it may have held me back on certain other opportunities is kind of foolish, as the older you get, or the more you realize that.
And Ralf, you know, a lot of people here in Hawaii were just rooting for you, especially during Part 2 Karate Kid. And there was that scene in the movie where we saw Chinaman's hat in your training, and it just took us all away with you on that adventure. What was it like filming here in the islands?
It was great to film there. I mean, you're working so hard every day, and it was such long hours. And there were certain days where I looked and I said, I'm sitting here in Hawaii making a movie, but now I'm dying to get back and do the same thing and have a little leisure time as well. I love it there. I honeymooned my wife and I's honeymoon was in Hawaii. We went to 3 islands, and I've been there so many times. Haven't been there in a while, and I want to get my kids there. They haven't been yet. And
speaking of your kids, Ralf, I know that in the movie you had that sweet yellow car that you drove, courtesy of Mr. Miyagi. What are you doing with State Farm to help teenagers in safe driving?
I'll tell you. First, I'll give you a little tidbit. That yellow car, I have that car. So I've
still.
I know people love to hear that. It's not in great running shape right now. It's well kept, but it needs a little more work. But it's something I have, and I know people love to hear that. So I have the wax on, wax off car. So we'll now segue to this program that I partnered up with State Farm to let parents know about this new program and helping them teach their teenagers to drive. It's called Road Trips, and it's an online free program available to anyone, whether you're with State Farm or not. It's at teendriving.statefarm.com. And I'm doing it, the program with my son, who is now 16 and learning how to drive. And the great thing about it is it helps you make the most out of your practice sessions. You know, just because you know how to drive doesn't necessarily mean you know how to teach someone how to drive. And as the leading cause of death for teenagers are car crashes, I think this was an important partnership to try to help bring that number down.
Well, Ralf Macchio, thanks for joining us here this morning. Daniel, son, you're the best,
hey,
no
wait,
doubt.
That's the name of your son, Daniel, right? Is that
That's
from the
right.
movie
How
role?
about that? Yeah, that went into factoring that decision. But he's proud of it, and you'll see videos of him on the site, and me teaching him how to drive, and me becoming a better driver all over again.
Do you call him Daniel's son?
No, I don't. but I will say that Kenny and Mahea, if I said your name right, in Hawaii, call him Daniel's son. He'll be happy to hear it.
Daniel's
Thanks so much, Ralf.
Ralf
Thanks a
Macchio,
lot, guys.
thank you, and aloha.
Take care. Thank you.
And don't forget, if you'd like to watch this interview with Ralf Macchio, again, you can head over to the morning section of our website, kitv.com/thismorning.
It is 6:17. We'll be right back.